Hello, boxing fans. I'm Smitty. Welcome to InThisCornerTV.com. We're joined by Amir Khan. He takes on Dmitriy Salita December the 5th. Welcome.
Hi, okay.
Let's talk a little bit about your training. I was very impressed watching you under the tutelage of Freddie Roach. How are you doing with your career?
Yeah, my career is going really well. You know, just recently I won the WBA world title at light welterweight, which is junior welterweight, yeah?
Yeah.
And now I've got a fight against Salita on December 5th, so I'm in training with that. I've been training alongside Manny Pacquiao for this camp, and Freddie's, you know how good Freddie is on the pads and how good he is. He's a tactician, you know. He gives you a game plan to follow in a fight, and if that game plan A doesn't work, then you have a game plan B.
Yes. And make sure you hit the left side to make it clear. Clear his right hand, right? Okay. Right, you take.
Maybe let's step forward.
Right, slide. Yes. Right?
Yeah.
He's improving. He's a talented young guy. He got a lot of speed. He's got a lot of similarities to Manny Pacquiao, speed and power. And we're fighting Salita, a very good boxer. Comes to the ring with his rabbi, and he has a pretty good following. And he's the number one contender. He's a mandatory defense, and I think my guy's too much for Salita, but he's going to be a good fight. And we're going to fight in Newcastle, and Amir's. I think this will be his last fight in the UK because he wants to come to America and show himself over here.
Tell us what you're working on, what you're primarily working on to develop your skills. You've always been an outstanding boxer. You've got a great frame for a fighter. What are you working on the most to make yourself even a better fighter?
Yeah, we're just working on the defense, you know. There's a lot of room of improvement, you know, as I'm getting bigger and the fights are getting tougher. So just working on things, how to pace yourself in a full 12-round fight, how to cope with pressure fighters, how to cope with guys who are going to be boxing you. And you know, up to now, you know, it's gone really well. The sparring partners that we get, which Freddie gets for me, are probably as tough or tougher than my opponent.
So fighting, a real fight's fun.
That's right, yeah, you know, a real fight's easier.
Yeah.
You know, the harder you work in the gym, you know, I believe, the easier it is in the ring. But yeah, we've been working on a lot of, you know, different drills on footwork, different drills on combinations, what to throw, and still be in defense. And you know, it's working well for me. You know, I'm working on the things that Freddie tells me. I work on it in sparring, and I can see the difference.
You know, Amir, I would imagine, being with Freddie Roach, being with Manny Pacquiao, and being involved, you know, in some of these mega fights, that has to really rub off and make you more prepared.
Oh, definitely.
Physically and mentally.
Definitely. You know, when you see the 24/7 guys, the crew, when they're in the gym, and then you see all the media, you know, it just motivates you. I think it puts that hunger in your body because you wanna do that. You wanna be there one day. I wanna be in Manny's position. You know, I want what he's got now. I wanna become one of the pound for pound best fighters in the world. You know, I'm still 22. I've got a long way to go, but you know, it's going the right way. But it's a motivation when people come to the gym and when Manny's training alongside Manny. It's a big motivation for me because it just gives me that extra push. You know, where I could be probably just training, but when I know Manny's there watching me as well, it makes me try a lot harder. Manny also gives me good tips. We train together, we run together, so we like friends, and we spar together as well sometimes. So you know, that itself is brilliant.
InThisCornerTV.com with Amir Khan. You had the one hiccup in your career. I think it's made you a better fighter.
Oh, definitely. You know, I think that was a blessing in disguise. But you know, it was against Prescott. He beat me in the first round. It happened so quick. Maybe, you know, God done it for a reason where he wanted to show me, look, maybe I wasn't trained so hard. I was slacking a little bit. I needed to move away from the distraction in England. You know, in England, it's a place where I can't really walk around anywhere. I get a lot of people coming up to me. Not only boxing fans, but the general public. You know, for pictures and autographs. And you know, that is like a distraction. I started living the life of, you know, like a superstar before you even make it. You get what I mean? Going opening shops, doing big sponsorships. I've got a deal with Reebok, and they, being on big billboards and everything. So, I started probably, my concentration maybe went off a little bit. So after defeat, it woke me up. I realised that, look, this is a sport, a tough sport where I need to be professional, and that's the reason I moved to the Wildcard Gym, where I'm away from all the distractions in England. I can work hard. I get treated like a normal fighter. I get treated like a normal person, and it's worked for me. Whereas I know if that defeat didn't happen, I would have still been in England, living the normal life, living the high life. But training would have been like a normal day.
Tell us about your fan base. We were very impressed. Our stuff goes on inthiscornertv.com, secondsout.com, maxboxing.com, and you receive so many, comments. Tell us about your fan base.
Yeah, I've got a mixture of fan base. I've got a lot of my fans are not really big boxing fans anyway. They like the general public. It's like the Kotelnik fight. 60% of the tickets were sold to women. So
it's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Yeah, my image is.
I know all about that. That's why the women watch these broadcasts. I look different than most of the boxing commentators.
Yeah, definitely, man. But with me, is they see a different image of me. But at the end of the day, I'm a fighter. And I've been quite lucky where I've got the fan base. In England is huge, and now I want to move to America. I want to fight I want to fight in America. After this Salita fight, hopefully it goes well. I want to defend my title in the US and fight the likes of Juan Diaz and the big names like Marquez one day. And I'm sure that'll get my name just as big as it is in England.
What about the possibility of a fight with Ricky Hatton?
Well, people are talking about that fight, and I think in England it'll be a huge fight. We have totally different fan bases as well. Well, he generates a different fan base where I generate another different fan base. And I know if we fought, the fight in Wembley could definitely sell out. It'd be a big money fight. It'd be a huge fight. But I'm the WBA title. I've got WBA title. I've got Salita to worry about. And then I want to make a debut in America. And then maybe in the future, if the fight ever happens, if the promotion team get together and they sit down and talk, I think the fight could happen.
And finally, look into that camera and tell Salita what's going to happen to him December the 5th.
Well, Salita, it's going to be a tough fight. I train so hard, just like I'm sure he's going to be training very hard. But I could see this fight not going the distance. We both have an explosive style. And I could see this fight going my way, stopping him around round 9 or maybe a little earlier.
Thanks for joining us. Amir Khan.
Guys.